The simplest way to do this project is actually quite easy. Paint the whole thing white across the whole board. Use whatever paint you think you'd like to use. I personally didn't have a preference over one over the other. Any kind of a paint that you think it would that you want to use is fine, and I didn't find it to be a real problem at all. What I did to create the divider, I had a piece of wood that was very thin, like the kind you use to paint stirrer, because I knew I wanted a divider and I wanted it to be white. So the question was, how do I make it without constantly going over it? The simple solution, and I'm just going to show you a piece of a board. This is not what I use, but it'll give you an idea. I placed a board over the white area that I did not want to change. And then on this case, so I didn't use black paint. I think it's just too tricky with the items that are out there. I decided to use a felt tip pen. And what I did is I just simply went over like this. And I used this as a buffer so I didn't overlap into that area. So this way I could be a lot more, if I'm careless, it's not a big deal. I just went over here, filled it in just lightly. It's good to have a tip that is very defined and not too fuzzy, because it will go into the crevices. But on the other hand, it doesn't make that much difference either. So I just went with the felt tip pen, gently over it, and sure enough, it blackened the area that I wanted, which is the top. And again, this is a project that doesn't require a lot of, specific or detail on it. You can do anything you like. But I think by far it's a vast improvement over what they have, over this pattern itself. Again, because this is a Snow Village theme that I felt was really not to my liking, and we wanted to make it more dramatic, and I think this is by far a much better solution. Certainly you can cut this to any size you want. You may want to paint it first and then go ahead and cut it to what you want, but in my case I didn't know how I was going to build it, so I just cut the pieces as I needed it, and at that point I painted the ones that I wanted. But again, all you need to do is just gently go over it with a felt tip pen, fill it in like this, and it works out very nicely. Needless to say, you're going to have to just trial and error, but I think this works. So again, if you're looking a way to just really give it a little bit more of a pizzazz to the scene, the village scene, I think this is a very good option for people to consider. It's very inexpensive. I mean, felt tip pen, yeah, you may have used more than one and touched up a couple of times, but the end result is you have this instead of this, and I by far prefer this, especially when you look at the village. And again, I'll show you one more time what the village looks like, and I think it's a vast improvement, especially for a road or even a courtyard area. And the winter scene is just, to me, is much better than what they have. And here's the finished product on this Snow Village. And as you can see, for the whole set, I think this idea has a great deal of merit and is by far a vast improvement over what they currently have. So if you're looking a way to spruce up your village, and you're doing something with a winter theme and you need snow, I think this is a road is a vast improvement over the cobblestone that's just brown and black. And I hope you find this video of some interest, and that if you have any ideas, feel free to contact me. I'm open to it. I'm going to have another little video on the board down here and show you something also that you could use that may be of some value to you. Thank you for watching, and have a nice holiday.